I love music.
Whenever I get home, I listen to music, so.
It's my life.
I definitely consider myself a music lover in every way.
Many people who claim to be music fanatics are actually hurting the artists they support. Music piracy is the copying and distributing of copies of a piece of music without the consent of the composer, recording artist, or record company. How much do listeners truly value their music?
I have illegally downloaded music before.
I've used LimeWire.
I borrow music from the internet. It's not that big of a deal.
I've only gotten music from artists that aren't on iTunes.
The government really hasn't done anything to stop it. It's really easy to do.
I have to illegally download music because I don't have enough money to spend.
Yeah, they make enough money. They don't need any more money.
I don't want to pay. I honestly just couldn't care less about paying them. It saves money for me.
Roughly 95% of music downloads on the internet are illegal. However, many consumers do not believe that stealing music directly impacts the music industry. The truth is that the industry has changed dramatically since the rise of the internet. Prior to the mid-90s, piracy mostly took place in physical form. Bootleg cassette tapes and pirated CDs.
It was all physical. Starting in 1995 with the internet, we've had piracy on a number of different levels. We've had piracy by people burning CDs. We've had piracy by, obviously, people sharing files over the internet, both through email and also through peer-to-peer. Record distributors, salesmen working for record companies, A&R people working for record companies, all kinds of middle-level management, all kinds of people working in record stores and owning record stores. All those people are gone now, by and large. We had lots of record stores. We had thousands of them across the country. There are a few record stores left. From living in Los Angeles, we're basically down to one record store, and it's called Amoeba. And that's really the only record store people go to. Thousands, if not tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people have lost their jobs because in the record business is as a direct result of people downloading music and not paying for it.
Well, I've had so many people that have ripped me off. I thought I could trust people with my music, different publishers, and they didn't give me my half. I had to eventually get my own publishing company started because I was getting ripped off. They weren't paying for me for the songs that were used on television. And then when I wrote songs from television, the television programs told me that if I used the songs, I would get sued, even though I wrote the words and music to the songs I performed, and I don't think that's fair at all.
Unfortunately, there does not seem to be a cure for the epidemic of illegal downloading.
It's very hard to compete with free. We in the record business have tried to compete with free, and it's just not possible. We've tried, but we don't seem to be able to convince the kids that what they're doing is wrong. So we haven't been able to convince people that paying for music is the best way to promote music. When all is said and done, I mean, the musicians have to, if they're in it to make a living, the only way for them to do that is through live music and through record royalties and through publishing royalties and through what we call public performance royalties, ASCAP and BMI royalties. All these things come from the legal side. If illegal downloading continues and there's no way to recoup any investments in the music business, then people like me don't want to invest in music, and what happens is fewer people get record deals. That's just the way it is. And I think that's what we've seen in the last 15 years.
However, some bands are finding new and innovative ways to distribute their music online. In 2007, the band Radiohead released their album In Rainbows. The album was released as a download, where fans could choose whichever price they wanted to pay. Even more recently, the psychedelic pop band Dumbo Gets Mad released their album Elephants at the Door as a pay-with-a-tweet release. By simply promoting the album with a tweet, the fan could receive the entire album as a download. The music business will always find a way to sell music. However, it is up to the consumer whether they want to support the industry or not.